Hey there, Zilong. How's it going? Good
I'm
evening.
doing wonderful. How about you?
I'm doing quite well. I appreciate you making some time to just kind of share a little bit about your journey here, your trailblazer journey, your hero's journey, and just I don't know, just share a bit about you with everyone here. So just thank you very much for being open to that and putting yourself out there for that.
You're very welcome, and it's a pleasure. Always good to share my stories, things I learned in the past, and where I am now.
Yeah.
So, quick introduction. My name is Zilong. You can call me Z. I'm a recent grad from Temple University in Philadelphia, PA. So, I had a major in actuarial science and minor in computer science. During my time at Temple, I was very active on campus. I was a president of two student organizations and officer of three others. So I was involved actively with four organizations, five actually, throughout my college career. Um, then on top of that, I was busy passing exams, finding internships. So that was a cursing and a blast. It's a blast because I learned so much from extracurricular activities, but at the same time, those extracurricular activities create a lot of stress on my time management. I have to juggle different responsibilities, including passing exams. But by the time I graduated, I was able to pass three actual exams, P, FM, and MLC, and complete three internships, three very competitive companies. Right now, I work at a health insurance company in Philadelphia Center City. So it's been a great journey, learn a lot along the way, and definitely grow a lot. So I see this process as not only a process to achieve the end goal, which is FSA, but I see this process as more of a character building process. Yeah.
Wow. Zalog, that's awesome, man. And thank you for giving us that bit of a background there. And you said we've had the pleasure of being able to work together for a while here. So, I've been able to see you go through a lot of these different things here. And in terms of building character, like that is just like who you are. I know that we talked about some of your goals that you have for your future, and when I think about that here, I'm just smiling this entire time through because like you are a person of action and a person that like continues to see your things forward, and you have a very good understanding of yourself and how you can use that to move you forward along your journey. And look at the successes you've already had with that. That's awesome, right? And you just graduated not that long ago.
Yep. Yep. And I already started going back on campus for recruiting.
There we go, right? So that's not a bad place to be there. And what I think would be really great here is like, a lot of times it's like once everything's done, it's kind of like nice to be able to look back and say, okay, look at all that I accomplished, right?
Right.
But I also know that it's not like something that is just you wake up one day, you don't study, you take the exam, you walk into a company, they're like, we don't even need to interview you. You got an internship. In fact, take three. Like that doesn't just happen there, right? There's
Exactly.
different things that we have to go on, right? Your journey
Exactly.
has taken so many different paths. So like if you can for just 1 second, I don't mind slowing things down a little bit here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Can you think of like can you help us like understand your journey and like a time where you were feeling that there was maybe probably some time that you wanted to change something up in the way that you're approaching your actuarial journey? And if that was the case, can you just like let us know a little bit about like what was going on through your life at that time, what your journey was like at that time, and what made you decide that like what, it's time to make some changes happen?
Definitely. Like I mentioned, I was very involved on campus throughout my 4 years in college. And during my sophomore year, I was struggling with balancing different responsibilities. I was not making enough progress with my exam preparation. Actually, I had a 1 year gap in my exams. I took MLC almost 1 year after I completed the two classes that was supposed to help me to prepare. And so during that time, I realized, wow, it's great I'm doing those extracurricular activities, but at the same time, I'm losing a balance in a sense. I'm stressed out, always busy with things, but I'm not sure if the things I'm being busy with are helping me to progress, to make me grow actual curricula. No, I mean professional wise. So that's the time I realized, oh, I need to better manage my time, manage my priorities, better develop myself professionally, push myself along the actual career path.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you were describing just how many different things that you take on. And I know that you're a leader in a lot of different ways. So, that time management aspect there probably was a bit of was a real challenge.
Yep.
And so you felt this thing here. What did you do? Like when you realized that you wanted to get better with time management here, like share a little bit about like what you did and what kind of, what was your next step? What were your steps to like move forward on that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big believer of learning through not only first-hand experience, but also secondary experience. So my understanding of experience that firsthand, you learn it by doing it yourself, by making mistakes, learn from your mistakes. But at the same time, realize that time consuming. I want to grow faster. And how do I do that? I need to accumulate as much secondary experience as possible. That's through interaction with other people, through reading. Actual journey is a great way to get in touch with people, to learn from what other people are doing, to learn from other candidates, learn from actuarial guru like Nemo, like yourself, to understand what is the best practices out there. At the same time, have a group of people to keep myself accountable. So that I think that was powerful to push myself along this journey.
Awesome. And I'm no actuarial guru, but I am the actuarial journey Sherpa. So I'll take that. So you entered actuarial journey. You started getting a chance to get the secondary experience there. I think that's a really cool way of explaining it. Can you tell me some of your first thoughts? Was it like something that was like really easy to just like jump into? Like, were there any kind of hesitations that you had off the bat? Like, we'd be kind of curious as to like your experience when you first started.
You mean with the actual journey?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. It's very easy. Similar to conversation like this. Every 2 weeks, we have conversations on Google Hangout. I was able to connect with other actuarial students or early professionals to talk about our common struggles, to talk about how we can help each other, to talk about how we can keep each other accountable. So it's a very laid-back environment, but we're talking about real meat, real stuff. So I always love sharing with people things I read. I'm a big reader, so I always love sharing with people, at the same time learning about other people's, what they have been working on, what they learned. So it's just a very good, mutually beneficial relationship I was able to develop through the community. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very easy, no pressure. Every 2 weeks, I just look forward to the call and catch up with like friends.
That's awesome. And like you said too, right? There was accountability in there, right? There were goals set, there were things that were done, but at the same time, like you felt like you had that opportunity to come back and catch up with friends. And I think I'm not gonna lie, Zilong, that fits another, like if my smile wasn't already at like a 7 or like a 10, it's like it's gone up to whatever that next level is, because I think there's something really powerful about being able to develop real relationships through this, right? It's something different and unique about what we have going on here, as opposed to just like come in, get an answer and go, so So I guess let me put it this way. In my mind, that's what I'm hoping that we create here. And so it really puts a smile on my face to hear that come from you. It actually, I feel very honored and humbled to hear that that's been your experience thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think this is also this community reminded me of something I read from Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It mentioned one thing he mentioned to be successful is to have mastermind groups. So I think this can be almost like a mastermind group. You are combining the intellect of different people of different walk of life. And I think that's always powerful to be able to have a group of people of different backgrounds to communicate, to help each other, to push each other towards the same goal.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. This is something I had seen a lot in the entrepreneurial world, and I read Think and Grow Rich. So like, I'm glad that you saw the connection there. So this is exactly what like, the benefit of it that we were looking to get. And but even with that, right, even being able to have the experience of coming in every other week and connecting with some friends and sharing some things that you've been moving forward with. We also make sure that we spend some time exploring some challenges, right? Some things that are going on in your life there. And I'd be kind of curious from your standpoint, is if you don't mind sharing with us, like, do you mind taking us through one of the what you might consider one of your greater challenges and the steps that you took to overcome that?
Yeah. I think the greatest challenge even now is still, how do I prioritize, manage different responsibilities? So even now I've graduated from college, I'm still involved with some nonprofits I was involved during college. So still have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things on my plate. So it has been a challenge, but I feel much more confident in dealing with that challenge than I was before. I was very stressed out in the past, but now I realize having a lot of things on your plate is very common. Almost everyone would feel the same way. I'll have so much to do. But then I think what matters is not about your reaction, is about how you do, not be reactive, but more be proactive. I think that's something I learned through the community, through reading, is to look at the current situation I was in, a lot of things on my plate, and then what I do about it. So basically learn about time management, have a group like the community to keep me accountable, to make sure I'm making steady progress week after week. I think that's something that was able to help me to be better able to proactively deal with stress or multitasking with different responsibilities.
Congratulations on all this year, and it's kind of cool this hearing about this year. And it's interesting, you started out the conversation saying that you were quite involved when you were in college, and it looks like you are staying involved now that you're working, and you're doing this. If I remember correctly here, you just recently passed an exam as well, right?
Yep.
So can you tell me about now that you've kind of gone through this year and you've had these various experiences, what's been the result for you as a result of this? Like, how's this changed your time management or your ability to handle multiple things?
Yeah, I think the process, like I said at the beginning, is a character building process. It allowed me to be first mentally tough. I know I can handle things come at my way. I think that's mental preparation is always important. Second, I have the tools to manage different responsibilities. I use different trackers, weekly, monthly, yearly goals to make myself clear of what I'm dealing with. So that's the tool. And the third thing I think are important is to know that know the power of seeking help, asking people for help that can be help from a peer group, such as this group, this community, as well as asking help from mentors, seeking advice and such. So I think those three are something I learned through this process. First, have mental preparation. Second, know the tools to deal with multiple responsibilities or other challenge that people may have. And third is to know the power of seeking help. That can be from group help or from mentors or people who've done it before.
Awesome. So now, I appreciate you jumped on this here just so we can just kind of connect a little bit and share a little bit about your experience here. And I think, we're seeing where you are. We're seeing like the successes that you're having. And, so Zilong, I guess I just have like a question for you now, like given what you've accomplished, given the fact that you've been building and increasing your capacity and building your character throughout there, what's next for you? What's coming up? What's your next adventure?
My next adventure, since I just recently joined the company, my short-term goal is to know as much about the health insurance industry or healthcare in general as possible. So that's to build on my hard skills, to know about how do I effectively manipulate data through different statistical software, for example. Same time, like I said, to know about the industry. Third, passing exams to get to FSA, ASAP. That's my goal in terms of developing my hard skills. At the same time, I will always continue to develop my soft skills. So that's leadership, that's communications. So I've been doing that since I joined the company. I was involved with the colleague resource group. So similar to student work, but for employees. So I was involved with that, already joining their leadership team to help out with the organization restructuring. At the same time, I'm part of a nonprofit called NAP, National Association of Asian American Professionals. I just joined the Philadelphia chapter officer team, as well as the national level officer team. So I think all that allow me to keep developing my soft skills, not only leading changes, but also developing my skills to communicate with people, to connect the dots, how I can help others based on the resources, the people I know or things I know.
That's awesome.
That's the short-term goal. Learn as much as possible. Let's develop my hard skills. At the same time, develop my soft skills.
That's absolutely. I'm going to give you, if you don't mind, like a high five through the camera. Like that's really, really great, Zilong. And like, I'm excited for this next adventure for you. I'm excited for what comes next. I'm looking forward to working with you as you continue along your journey. And I think one of the best things about your journey, you know, it's so personalized to you. You're continuing to build character. You have these milestones along the way. And every day you are able to turn that into a way of helping other people while still moving forward toward your ultimate goal. And, you know, there's just something very, very special about that. And at the same time, it's like something that's, you know, like something I think we can all like relate to, you know, so then we can all just kind of just say like, yeah, that's it. You know, I appreciate you for being you. I appreciate you for pushing that out there. And I feel very honored and happy that we get a chance to journey on together within the Trailblazer community, my friend.
Likewise. Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. I'll let you go back to your night here, but I appreciate you sharing your thoughts and sharing your experiences, man. It's been awesome. All right.
You're very welcome. Have a good night.
All right, my friend. Journey on.